Hello guys, welcome to another video. This video has been recommended to me by YouTube for a long time. I don't know why this is being recommended to me. Uh, Even though I don't watch many religious videos, but it is what it is. You miss the literal Hanuman, bro. Okay, I think we are gonna, based on the reactions, we are gonna learn a lot about Hinduism. I am excited. I wanted this channel to be related to scientific and just learning about stuff. I don't want to get too religious. That is like one of the whole point. But as long as something I learn something from this, it's fine. I'm fine. It's like that. So yeah, let's just start the video.
Imagine you're at a party. Not the craziest party of your life, but a pleasant enough affair. Decent music, euphoric lighting, plenty
Like I expected, I don't think.
of people getting socially lubricated with
Uh,
tasty drinkies, and tasty eaties if you catch my drift. Anyway, this party is going great. But for some reason, the smoking area is rife with religious debates. Christians are arguing with the atheists, Jews are arguing with the Muslims. Come on, guys, give it a rest. The Buddhists stayed at home because they're also bloody enlightened and contented that they have absolutely no need for socializing. And where are the Hindus? Well, they're all over there lighting up the dance floor. What? Why do they get to dance while we all bicker? Well, that's just the way they are. It's the groovy religion. Have they all got their
I don't know what groovy means. I wish I know what groovy means. Let me just search what groovy means. Groovy meaning excellent, fashionable, and cool. Huh. Excellent, fashionable, and cool. Huh. Okay. So it's cool.
shit figured out or something? Fuck no,
Damn.
man. It's probably the most divided religion on the planet. Really? Then what gives? Ah, man, I can't be bothered to explain it. It's long, complicated, and trippy as hell.
Damn, it's so complicated and it's so long. To the point where even Indian philosophies and Indian literatures are confused with religion, man. Just normal. You can find a normal Indian philosophy book or a literature book, and people in India and outside India will argue that it's religion. It's not everything from India is Hinduism, and like people, atheists have been existing for a while. There are other religions in India as well. People like pray to God. Don't get me wrong. We pray to God, but no, most of the Tamil literature or most of the literatures don't have a specific name for God. They just have like they just pray to God as God. But it gets confused a lot. It just get confused a lot. Even like normal philosophical and literature books are confused with like Hinduism, man. Sometimes it's like too much. Like it's just too much.
Would probably make a great YouTube video, though. Let's get down to Hindu Town. Or Sindhu Town. See, Sindhu is the Sanskrit name for the Indus River. Sindhus, to the Persians, were
Yeah.
those that lived in the land beyond the river.
Fun fact: Indus Valley is one of the oldest civilization. Yes, Indus Valley civilization is one of the oldest civilization, and it is Punjab, Pakistan, North India, like Punjab, Rajasthan, Pakistan area,
But at a certain point, somewhere betwixt 800 and 600 BCE,
and North as well. I'm forgetting Haryana. I think it's Haryana, right? I think it's Punjab, Haryana, and Pakistan area, and little bit of Rajasthan as well. I think that's how the world map. I mean India map. That's the Indus Valley civilization area. I think.
the Persians changed the way their mouths made noises, from S's to H's. So Hindu is actually an exonym.
Damn, not a lot of people from India even know that shit. If I say this, or even if he says this, and even if like just a normal people from India hears this, and they are gonna lose their mind. They are gonna curse him. They are gonna do black magic on him. Not a lot of people are are like ready to learn stuff, man. The fact that Hindu is not even its like original name, its actual name is supposed to be Sindhu, and the Persians started calling it Hindu. Like, am I reading it right or am I reading it wrong?
Ah, man, I can't be bothered to. See, Sindhu is the Sanskrit name for the Indus River. Sindhus, to the Persians, were those that lived in the land beyond the river. But at a certain point, somewhere betwixt 800 and 600 BCE, the Persians changed the way their mouths made noises, from S's to H.
So Let me wrap this around. It went from like his Sanskrit name to a Persian language, right? What is Persian language? Does Persia has a language, or is it just Persian language? Yeah, Persian is a separate language. Is Russian from Sanskrit? Is Persian separate from Sanskrit? Yes, Persian and Sanskrit are separate languages, but historically cousins. So they are cousins. I mean, yeah, close cousins. I can see that. Share a common ancestral language. Uh, Fun fact: India has one of the two oldest languages in the world. Tamil and Sanskrit are like the oldest language in the world, and India has both of them. So it's just a fun fact. A lot of South Indian languages are derived from Tamil, and lot of North Indian languages are like derived from Sanskrit. So like Hindi, Punjabi are like related to Sanskrit, I think, and lot of South Indian languages like Malayalam, Kannadam, Telugu are from like Tamil Nadu. Tamil is Persian related to Tamil in any ways? No Persian. I think Hebrew and Tamil have few. Yeah, Hebrew and Tamil have same and similar words, right? Yeah, Tamil and Hebrew have similar words. Yes, Hebrew and Tamil are like technically I can't say this. It's like Persian and Sanskrit are cousins, and Hebrew and Tamil are distant cousins. It's so weird. It's so weird. But yeah, Persian and Sanskrit are cousins, and Hebrew and Tamil are like cousins. Which I don't know how it works, but language, man. It is. I am excited to learn about it, but it is what it is. So yeah, for peacock we have the same similar words. Rice we have similar words. Cinnamon. So basically all the food items and the spices. Appa, amma. Even Korean and Tamil are also similar. Japan and Tamil are. I think Japan and Tamil are also similar. Japanese and Tamil. I don't know about Japanese and Tamil, but Korean and Tamil are similar as well, right? Is Korean and Tamil similar? Korean and Tamil are also similar. But yeah, I did it. This was actually I knew because I have seen like a lot of YouTube videos being like Tamil and Korean being similar. But when I learned that Hebrew and Tamil are similar or have similar words here and there, it's not directly similar. It just have similar words here and there, right? Not family tree relatives. I can read this, but having similar words from two different areas is like something huge. Hebrew is a Semitic language from the Afro-Asiatic family. Tamil is an indigenous Dravidian language. However, yeah, because of the trade route, yeah, trade route were a huge Indian trade route. Nobody knows this shit, but South Indian navy was like one of famous historical things from India, man. Not a lot of people know or learn about South Indian Navy or just Indian Navy. Indian Navy is before was such a huge deal for business trade, European trade, European spice trade, lot of business, lot of exploration. I can't say colonization because we got colonized, but a lot of kings ruled countries like Indonesia, Cambodia, and Southeast Asia like a lot. So yeah, this is like a small history check for you guys, which is not related to religion. It's just Indian history.
So Hindu is actually an exonym. And what the fuck is an exonym? It's basically a name that did not natively originate. Kind of like how the Dutch like to be called Nederlanders, but we English just tend to call them dickheads. So, the origin of the word Hindu has
Okay, so okay, I'm learning this from an English guy. I don't know how to feel about it, but I am learning stuff, so I am happy to learn about it. I wish I want to know how my audio is. Is it lagging? Hello, hello. Is it lagging? Hello. It's not lagging, right? Yeah, it's not lagging.
So, what do Hindus believe? Yeah, see, that's a bit of a messy question. The origin of the word Hindu
True,
has little to do with religious identity. It just
but not a lot of people are ready to accept it. India is equal to Hinduism. That's have become a thing. A lot of political parties, a lot of government parties are trying to make India as a one religion country, a one religion, like one religion region, which is not something that, and many people, me and many people agree with. It's just a land, anybody can be here. It's available for everyone, everybody are equal, but not a lot of people are ready to accept that fact, man.
meant river people. So, what do Hindus
I hate government or political parties that just makes everything really religious, and it's just making they are just making shit bad even for the people that just pray to God. Like I can't pray to God simply without being like, you know like having to deal with stuff that they make. It's in south, it's better. It's far better from in south, but in north, if you go north, it's GG's, man. It's GG's. It's
believe?
GG's.
Yeah, see, that's a bit of a messy question. Really depends who you ask. You see, Hinduism can be simply referred to as a polytheistic, pantheistic, panentheistic, pandeistic, henotheistic, monotheistic,
Fuck, I don't know what are these words.
monistic, agnostic, atheistic, or humanist religion.
I know the meaning of the last three, so which is
It's a
good.
hard thing to pin down.
Yeah, it's so hard, and it only become that hard because people started to mix in literature, philosophies, and other scientific notes inside Hinduism. So it's now like what is even Hinduism, man? Everything India is has become Hinduism, which is bad. Which is bad.
On paper, technically, to
Certain cultures, certain superstitious beliefs, certain like everything has come down to a pile. Even praying to God, I understand it, but few scientific methods are also come down to a pile of a religion, a band. you know
be a Hindu, you don't even need to believe in God. Insert quote from Gandhi. The rules are about as loose as they come, and the reason for this is simple. Hinduism is groovy madness. Seriously though, find me a Hindu, any Hindu, and I promise you I can find one that is a completely different language.
yeah, true.
Seriously though, find me a Hindu, any Hindu, and I promise you I can find one that is a completely different.
Complete accurate language chart. This is language chart. This is not a district chart. This is basically language chart. So you can see Tamil, Malayalam, South Indian language, Kannadam, Telugu, South Indian language, Oriya, Marathi, Gujarati, Hindi, Marwari, Punjabi, Kashmiri, and all you have all the northeastern languages, Bengali. This is just a language chart.
Different language, moral outlook, and set of beliefs to the other. Not that we should be collecting Hindus. We British have already kind of been there, done that.
Yeah, for 200 years, man. For 200 years, we have a rough history, man. We have a rough history.
The reason Hinduism is so widely diverse is partly due to the sheer bloody age of the religion, beginning around 500 BCE.
Yeah, Hinduism is old.
However, Hinduism actually evolved from the ancient Vedic religion, which, although not commonly practiced
Vedic. It's Ve, not V. Vedic.
today, served as the foundation upon which Hinduism grew. The ancient Vedic texts are known as the Vedas, and they feature many of the same
He is pronouncing Vedic, but he pronounced the actual Vedas. Like it's Vedic. Oh, I don't know English. He is English, so I can't. But it's change of heart, I guess. Man, languages are interesting. Languages are just interesting.
gods and sentiments commonly held in modern Hinduism. They're kind of like the original novel upon which the big budget Hindu-matic universe was based. Over time, the stories changed or were exaggerated. New
the same stories, like the same characters will appear in like different languages, and there will be little changes in like the plot lines. And for a very big example, Ganesha is like the older son, and Muruga is like the younger son. In South India, Ganesha is the older son, but in North India, Ganesha is the younger son, which is like a huge difference, but a minor change with the same characters. If you guys, it's just information, man. It's just information.
Writers came in with their own ideas, and then some people liked those ideas so much they no longer considered the original ideas to be canon.
Damn. True. True. If you read Vedas, you only read about Indra, Agni, and Surya, which are like the rain god, fire god, and the Surya is like the sun. So you leave all the main three elements, which are the reason why they started worshipping these god is like rain god is for cultivation of plants, right? You need rain for the cultivation of plants. Fire basically just means protection and light. Fire is protection and light, and Surya is also needed for like the cultivation of plants. So even in Tamil Nadu, we have different gods. We call them Mari. Surya is just Surya, and Agni is just Agni, I guess. But for Indra, we I don't think we have Indra, but we have a different rain god, basically a Mari. She is called Mari Amman, which means a rain goddess. So it's the main plot is like we pray to rain god for rain because we need rain to grow plants. We pray to sun for sunlight because plants need sunlight. And we pray to like fire. We don't mainly pray to fire because Surya covers fire as well. But there are people that worship Agni for like the fire and light that it gives. That's how it started. But then we also have Shiva, which is like the ultimate god, and Vishnu, which is like I can't say opposite, but like the second, like Shiva and Vishnu are like the left and right god. Not exactly, or like literally, it's just two gods, the two powerful gods, and we also have Brahma, which is like the third powerful god. But Shiva and Brahma have beef, so it's like it's weird. It's weird over there.
And then new crews of writers get hired, retconning the previous retcons, taking stuff in new directions. And this
Basically, Hinduism started with like a lot of sages like them writing a lot of text and information since scrolls, and that's how I can't say actual, but like that's how the very beginning shit started. Hello, monkey. We are learning Hinduism. Excited to learn some Hinduism? I am excited. It's only been 2 minutes, but I have been recording for like 15 minutes, man. Guess what? What, monkey? Bruh. I'm gonna let you
this
do
has
that
led to a
shit.
problem that there is now a metric fuckton of Hindu texts.
Yeah, because every language have their own text. That's why in India you can't find a singular text. Monkey, you are just gonna spam it. I'm gonna let you do your shit, man.
Brahma is the OG fuckton of
Brahma the
Hindu
traitor.
texts.
Like I said, how we have Mari, Surya, and Agni, and in the north we have Indra, Agni, and Surya. We also have Brahma, Vishnu, and Shivan. So a lot of Hindu gods are based around the triologies and trinities. It's just three is like an important shit in India, man.
Brahma is the OG Hindu god, closely
Basically, Brahma is like the one creator god. So basically, everything is like he created, except for Shiva and Vishnu, because Shiva and Vishnu already exist. They don't do the creation part. Shiva and Vishnu like existed or like exist. Shiva exists. I know that backstory. Shiva is like universe, the universe. Vishnu is also like the universe, but then Brahma is like I'm just gonna let him speak, man.
linked
Brahma is like the offspring of, or like created after Vishnu or some shit like that. But Brahma is ultimately responsible for all creations.
but completely different to Brahman, which is the entirety of the universe itself, or supreme being. Brahma has 4 heads
And that's how we have the caste Brahmins, which is like just like how he said we have Brahmins and Brahmins. They are the in India caste system exists, and they are like the top caste, which doesn't make any sense, but they just it's just exist, man. Caste system is weird and it's useless, and it should not exist, but it exists. It's just whatever it is.
Brahman, which is the entirety of the universe itself, or supreme being.
So yeah, Brahman means supreme being, and that caste people they just call themselves supreme. They just think they are supreme. It used to be bad back in those days. Now, right now, it has toned down a little bit, but it still exists. That's bad.
Brahma has 4 heads and rides a magic swan. In addition to his heads, he also has 4 arms. Why
True, true.
does Brahma have 4 arms? To hold holy stuff, including the Vedas, which were granted to him through meditation to give him knowledge to create the universe. The legend is
See, so he created the universe, but before that, someone had a like a notes for creating the universe. That's how it gets weird. So it says that Brahma created the universe, but before Brahma, other gods also existed. So is Brahma truly the first one? And that's how bad Shiva and Vishnu comes in as well. Shiva is like known as the only true one, or like the ultimate god.
that Brahman, the supreme reality itself, desired to create living beings. So Brahman created cosmic waters, into which it spilled
Monkey, have you seen my shorts where a random chatter asked me if I was Brahmin? Have you seen that short that I have uploaded? I think it's on my Insta. I don't know if it's on my YouTube. A random chatter just came to my chat and asked me like if I'm Brahmin or not. And I said no, I'm not Brahmin. And he just left. He didn't follow me or anything. He asked a simple question. I said nah, and he just left. You don't use Insta? Good for you, man. You should not use Insta. Good for you. Insta is a
its
waste of time.
seed. Eventually, a golden egg formed. Inside that golden egg was Brahma, who used the power of the Vedas to meditate so hard that he split the egg open and set about creating the universe. Not wanting to be wasteful, Brahma turned the top part of the egg into the heavens, while the bottom half became the earth. After creation, Brahma then kindly passed the Vedas on to the Vedics, who got the Hindu party started. Unfortunately, Brahma has fallen out of popularity.
Great priorities for him. I guess. I guess I didn't make the cut to be in his priority. He said he was looking for his Brahmin brothers, which sadly I'm not one.
These days.
I would have gotten a follower and a chatter since that day, man. I would have gotten a follower and a chatter, but I just didn't get one, man.
Thrown out of the party and kicked to the curb in favor of an
For everybody, that's a fun fact. Another fun fact: Brahmin. Since even though Brahmin, I mean, even though I forgot his name. What's his name? Brahman. Even though Brahman created the entire universe, you can't find any temples for Brahman. Oh my god. You can't find any temples for Brahman because he had beef with Shiva, and Shiva just cursed him not to have any temples. Basically, Brahman lied to Shiva to be the supreme god, but Shiva found out that he is lying. So Shiva just punished him punished him, saying that nobody will ever pray to you or thank you or like worship you because you are, even though you are supreme god, you just straight up lied to me, like that's lying is offensive. That's not good. Lying is bad. So that's why you can't find any temples for Brahman in India, man.
even cooler god.
Vishnu the preserver. Yes, Vishnu the preserver.
Vishnu is probably the most important deity across Hinduism today. Devotees
Vishnu has a majority of Hindus, but they are the one problematic ones. I could say that, right? I don't want to cause any drama or like any
of Vishnu are known as Vaishnavites, and they make up the
Vaishnavites.
largest single proportion of
I am extremely confused. I don't think these are all Vaishnavites. I think these are all like these are all people that worship Shivan. I think because there is a trident. Isn't he the protector and preserver are basically the same thing, right? Protector is preserving shit and he's protecting shit. So I can let him down. I can let him with that. But this picture, I think these are all people that worship Shiva. They are not people that worship Vishnu, I think because this is from Ganga and Ganga is like Shivan oriented place, right? I mean, Ganga, for the people that don't know religion, Ganga is basically flow. The origins of Ganga is basically from Shivan's head. So, yeah. So, it's like Shiva literally carries Ganga in his head. That's how the lore goes. That's some lore knowledge for you guys.
Of Hinduism. Vishnu is often depicted as a blue magic person, also with four arms, holding things like flowers to smell and maces to smash. Hindus believe that the universe comes in cycles of birth, destruction,
True, we also have multiverse, we also have parallel universe, we also have multiple timelines. So basically everything in the MCU exists in Hinduism as well. So it is easy for us to just relate to Marvel or universe without actually confusing. There are a lot of multiverses, there are a lot of multiple universes where everything just happens at the same time. That's where science and Hinduism gets confused because the religion extremists claim it's religion, and the science part, scientists, science guys, they are like, these are all actual Vedic texts that are have nothing to do with religion but are actual science texts. So it's like a huge debate between people where people claim it is God's work to for the scientific notes and like scientific information, but then you have the scientist guys, they are like, these are not gods, these are all like actual notes and actual observation made by actual people in the past. They just didn't know how to put it, so they just used the metaphor or like the phrase god to for easy for people to understand. Monkey, by the way, if I don't make any sense, just let me know, man. Like, feel free to ask any doubts and feel free to correct me. I want this to be like a convo rather
and
than me
rebirth.
just yapping for the entire video.
Reincarnation on the cosmic scale. Vishnu is the preserving force
Yeah.
that allows him
Are you a religious guy? I don't want to know what religion you are. I just want to know if you are like a religious guy or not. What monkey is cooking, huh?
the new universe to spring from the death of the old one. After the
Basically, Brahma is responsible for creating everything, right? He just creates everything. Vishnu is responsible for like protecting everything. Like he protects everything. Not that much. Yeah,
great cosmic
I can
destruction, the
understand that.
remnants of the universe become a milky ocean, in which Vishnu will
And the way he protects is by destroying whatever it's evil.
permanently sleep alongside a great serpent with 1,000 heads. Don't worry, mate, I've slept with
Dinner at 12 is peak life. You are just now having dinner. It's not quite healthy for you, but it is wonderful. I have also had food. Like, look at this shit. I have snacks right by me. Like, I can eat whenever I want. I have snacks just laying on my table. I'm not fat. I just love eating.
worse. Anyway, for Vishnu to wake up from his milky nap time, a lotus must spring from his belly button.
Late night food is good. Yeah, late night food is good.
Upon that lotus will be Brahma the creator, who will
Yeah, so that's why I said even though Brahma creates a universe, Vishnu just exists and Brahma spawns from Vishnu. It's so weird.
wake up Vishnu so they can make a new universe together. And if you think the lotus milk story contradicts the golden egg story, welcome to Hinduism. There is a
It's so confusing, man. It's just so confusing.
certain awareness that everything is interpretation. The exact
That's why. So it's like the ultimate competition was to find out who was the first. Brahma's point is like he created the universe, so everything was like his creation. But Brahma was created from Vishnu. So is Vishnu the first or Brahma the first? There's always a huge debate on that. But then you also have this third god, third ultimate god, which is like Shiva. So basically, Shiva just exists. Shiva is the universe. Shiva just exists. So it's like and that's why Shiva got like mad because Brahma basically lied to Shiva that saying that he is worst. And not like that. It's yeah, the actual lore is like, oh my god, this is gonna take so long. The actual lore is like a random spark of light spawned in the universe, and Shiva and not Shiva and Vishnu and Brahma was like whoever finds the end of the light is basically the better god. That was the whole competition. So Shiva, I mean Vishnu goes top and Brahma goes bottom. That light was like infinite. Nobody could find where it come from or where it ends. So basically, Brahma came back and told Vishnu that he found the starting of the light or end of the light, and Vishnu just accepted it. But Shiva, who was like the referee or like the judge, basically told Vishnu that Brahma is lying. So and lying as a god is just bad. So Shiva punished Brahma that he will not have any temples and shit like that. That's the whole story. I don't think I made any sense. I just hope I made sense. English is me explain trying to explain that shit in English is hard with a lot of names.
Facts of the stories are not so important as the sentiments they convey. Anywho, Vishnu flies a giant eagle and has a tendency to manifest himself as demigods.
Yeah, and that eagle's name is called Garuda. So if you guys ever heard the name Garuda in like games, Hollywood, or any books, novels, Garuda is the eagle that Vishnu rides. So if you ever guys, that's why if you guys ever come across the word Garuda, that's what it means. W movie. I also like Percy Jackson, man. Percy Jackson was one of the greatest movies, man. I mean, I can't say greatest, but like it was a good movie. I love Percy Jackson. It was so good. I wanted more Percy Jackson, but it's just it got bad and bad after every single adaptation, man. It just went bad and bad.
Demigods, or avatars such as Krishna, Rama, and Kalki, all of which are so popular they have their own devoted fan bases.
Yeah, yeah. Avatar also it's more complicated because basically every single avatar is just Vishnu, but a different personality, I guess, or sometimes same personality. It's just a different version of that same god. Not a lot of avatars have their own devoted fan base or like worshippers, but the primary and the most people that worship gods are like Rama have his own worshippers, Krishna have his own worshippers. That's all you guys need to know. Rest of the seven are like people don't worship that much.
They're not quite so popular.
Narasimha is also popular because Narasimha is like Hulk in Narasimha. Basically, Narasimha gets angry and he just destroys every demons. That's Narasimha lore for you guys. Vishnu don't do everything, so he creates avatars. Technically, yeah. Or his way of doing everything is by creating avatars. That's also how lore goes. He can't directly get involved in shit, so he basically creates avatars to get involved in shit. So because he doesn't want the people to know that gods exist and throw the loop or like a balance of humanity and humans. So Vishnu takes like a human avatars or human disguise, comes in, helps the humanity, and just goes away. That's Vishnu lore, by the way. And the main reason or the one of the reason that he does that shit is because he does not want to break the balance, saying that gods exist and stuff like that. At least that's how I learned. That's how I learned that avatars work. Krishna avatar exists for that reason, where Vishnu does not actually. There is also one theory like that, and the second theory is like the second story is like Krishna was punished to take 10 avatars because he falsely cursed a sage, right? Isn't that also a problem? Like Vishnu cursed a sage for disturbing him, and the sage cursed him back, saying that you are gonna you are gonna spawn in like 10 different avatars, and you are gonna have the same brother and same girlfriend. I think that's how it goes. The first story makes a lot of sense, where the god does not want to break the human balance, so he takes human avatar. Second is like it's like how can a normal sage curse a god, ultimate god, or he just felt bad and said, "Nah, I'm gonna take 10 human lives to rectify my mistake." I don't understand that as well.
Shiva's a nuclear bomb, a cosmic
Shiva is the nuclear bomb, man.
Storm, a star going supernova. Do not fuck with Shiva.
Exactly. Nobody fucks with Shiva. Shiva is like the ultimate god. You don't, it's like Thanos. It's not even like Thanos. It's like the creator. Like you don't mess with that. Nobody messes with him. He is him.
Shiva is that guy. Man has the power to end the universe.
Only religious thing I know is Ganesha is from like okay, monkey. I learned something today. I also watched that show, so I know what you're talking about. And the only reason, even till day, I think that show made a huge part in my life. That even till day, I worship to Shiva. I mean Shiva, Ganesha, and Vishnu. I mean Shiva, Ganesha, and Muruga. So like I have my Ganesha keychain, I have my Muruga keychain. Like I still worship gods and I still carry charms like that. So I have my Ganesha, I have my Muruga, and I have Rama. I have like actual boats here that you can't see, but I have like Ganesha sitting over here just watching me go live. You know, it's like it has become a part of my life at this point.
And one day, he will. Shiva holds a mighty trident and wears a tiger skin. He has the magic blue skin like Vishnu.
Shiva, okay, another religious lore dump. People who worship Shiva, they eat meat except beef. They don't eat beef. We don't eat beef. I eat beef. I'm from Kerala. People who worship Shiva, they don't eat beef. What else? People who worship Vishnu, they a lot of them don't eat what meat. A lot of them are vegetarians, and people who worship Shiva are like non-vegetarians. Is what a lot of people might assume, but actually, I think my grandfather was like vegetarian, even though it's I'm kind of losing. No, I think I'm kind of having this cow knowledge or something like that. Cow's knowledge or something like that. Nah, cow is worshipped for like fertility, agriculture, like wisdom. Not, I don't think wisdom, but like rebirth. Because plants, cow is actually useful for like cow is actually useful for like agriculture, man. So a lot of farmers worship cow. That's the reason why a lot of farmers worship cow. uh what else? The actual reason people worship cow is like because of Shivan. Cow is like always with Shiva, Nandi, right? That's like one of the reason why people worship cow. Yeah, right. I don't think wisdom is like the it could be, I don't know the exact lore, but through my knowledge or what I know, based on what I know, it's like worship for agriculture, fertility, rebirth in the sense of like growing plants and like birth, I guess. Yeah, basically birth, and just good luck, like positive good luck. Some people call it as wealth. People worship it for like wealth. Being nice to a cow gives you wealth. Wisdom, I have never heard wisdom. Elephants are known for wisdom because of Ganesha. If you go to a temple and if you get blessings from like elephants, then you get wise. It's known for like removing the obstacles. Ganesha is often referred to like the wisdom god, like curiosity, knowledge. Ganesha is like the knowledge guy. In my area, if you worship anything to Shiva, you need to tell it to the cow. Yeah, that's how it goes. Basically, yeah, cows are like That's why, yeah, that's why you pray to uh, cow as well. So if you pray to cow, it's like basically like the message is transferred to Shiva. So Shiva will, yeah, whisper in the, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. If you tell the cow your prayers, the cow will tell Shiva that what you wish for, and the wish will come true, is the basic lore behind it. And whenever and farmers, like I come from a farmer background, right? We use cow dung for manure, we use milk for our own food, milk is used as food, we use cow dung, we use cows are so much useful in like agriculture to like figure out the plants and shit like that. Yeah, but a huge part of the cows mainly come from like cow dung, which is used as manure, and the milk. So it's basically like Thanksgiving, you know. Pongal is basically Thanksgiving for cow,
but typically only
I guess. Yeah, saying thanks to the cows, and you are saying thanks to the Syrian god.
has two arms, unless he is in a dancing mood, in which case he needs a couple more to hold his magic drum
Shiva is basically the cosmos itself, and he is the ultimate god. He has the ability to destroy everything because he just doesn't give a shit.
and his sacred fire. Shiva is often depicted riding a white bull with a cobra around his neck, because why the fuck not? He is a god.
He's a god. He just have cobra. And in South India, you can find a lot of king cobras, and not a lot of people will kill king cobras because king cobras are related to Shiva. So you can't kill a king cobra, and you can find a lot of king cobras in South India. So even if you come across a South Indian king cobra, you are just have to witness it and pray that it doesn't bites you. In my hometown, there are multiple king cobras, and nobody calls the forest, or nobody deals with the king cobras, or nobody uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Interferes with the king cobra. The stream title. What's wrong with the stream title?
God after all. Oh yeah,
What's wrong with the stream title, man? No more dumb Muthu. Yeah, on the grind to be smart. Yeah, what's wrong with that, man? Oh, do you MB? You need B, right? No, then what? Then what? What's wrong with the stream title, man? No changing to the video? Nah, I don't think that's what should I say? Hindu learns Hinduism. I think that's something. If I'm gonna make this as a YouTube video, I can do that shit like that. Hindu learns Hinduism. I don't think. I just want to learn shit and teach shit to people. So like just saying that no more Dhammoto is enough.
yeah,
I
and the
feel
river
like,
Ganges flows from the top of his head, often from the mouth of
yeah, like I said, the Ganga River flows from the top of it. So the last picture was not Vaishnavas; they were Shivites.
the lotus or the goddess Ganga. He basically caught the river in his hairdo to prevent it destroying the entire world. No biggie. Shiva completes the holy Hindu trinity, or Trimurti.
Shiva is the like in Hindu. For some people, Hindu rankings are like Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma. That's how the ranking go. So Shiva is one, Vishnu is two, Brahma is three. That's simply how the ranking goes in tier list terms.
With Brahma and Vishnu. His devotees are known as Shaivites, and they make up around 25% of the Hindu populace. So,
Yeah, because a lot of Shaivites are like Siddhas and Hagoris, which I don't think you guys are familiar with, but they are like people that have dreads. If you guys don't know, dreads, people say, a lot of people say dreads have been originated from India. So dreads are like a symbol of freedom, and a symbol like that they don't associate themselves with any kind of wealth. They are the people which are like completely free. They don't have any gold affection, they don't have any land affection, they don't have any human affection. They are just existing for themselves, and they just pray, eat food, They are like basic embodiment of freedom. They are just existing for Shiva. And some agoris, some people consider themselves as Shiva, like the one with the universe. And those people have dreads. So, and even in the recent speed stream, you guys might have learned that the dreadlocks originated from in India because of siddhas and agoris and like sages and stuff. So that's like how dreadlocks work. Basic low dump dreadlocks. From my perspective, they are like a symbol of freedom. They are just complete freedom, not associating yourself with anything. You are just existing, living. You know, it's a wonderful life, and not a lot of people suggest you, promote you, or want you to live that life because it is so distant and so alien from like the society, because they don't care about the society. They don't care what happens. They just don't care who you are and what you are. They just don't care. And they don't have kids, they don't marry, they don't fall in love or like anything like that. So it's like not a lot of people want their kids or like want their sons to become extreme religious or like become siddhas and stuff. People can become siddhas, like it is another low dump. In South India, we have a tradition culture called getting possessed by the god. And my grandfather's brothers have that thing where they get possessed by the gods. I was named by the god, like a possessed by the god. It's like a lore dump, I that's how I got the Muthu name. It's like gods, like a priest gets possessed by the god, and the god names the kid and blesses the kid. You guys can Google that shit. It's like a very monkey, right? Like Karpasamy possession. Yeah, in South India, it's very famous, man. Like Karpasamy is basically like a guardian deity, village guardian deity, and there are a lot of village guardians deity like that. We have Karpasamy, we have Sudalai Madan, we have uh, Sangali Karpa. I think Sangali Karpa and Karpasamy are same people. God entering the human's body, exactly. Possession, right? In South Indian folk religion, possession by a deity is not seen as something negative. Yes, we have two different things where gods, humans get possessed by gods, and human gets possessed by just random spirits that exist in the surroundings. So my grandfathers have this used to do this shit. Like my I can't say great, I think great grandfather as well. My great grandfather do the shit, my grandfather does this shit, my grandfather's brothers can do this shit. And it's just, and small load dump, that's how I got my name Muthu. When I was a kid, they just took me to the nearest priest, and the priest named me Muthu. Basically, the priest didn't name me Muthu. The priest got possessed by the god, and the god named me Muthu. So I have a blessing. That's like a small lore dump. Fun fact. And all these people that get possessed by the gods are basically Shaivites. So it's like followers of Shivan, and lot of followers of Shivan that get possessed by the gods have dreadlocks. And basically, they are siddhas. They know nature and they know stuff. Know everything related to nature, balance, and things like that. It's a huge thing, man. There are a lot of religious culture behind it. There are a lot of regional culture behind it. Not only religious, but regional culture as well. Like Kerala worships Hindu differently, Tamil Nadu worships Hindu differently, gods differently. What I meant to say, Hindu gods differently, and Tamil Nadu worship Hindu gods differently. Based on what I have seen, not a lot of Kerala people get possessed, if I have to say so. Like there are Hindus still, but they don't. I don't think they get possessed by gods, or like they have that tradition over there.
Oh, why is Shiva the coolest motherfucking god ever? Well, Shiva with his
Yeah. Shiva basically is like, you can, if you have seen the anime Record of Ragnarok as well, Shiva is like a character in Record of Ragnarok, and basically Shiva is like a one tap god. If he like one shot, one kill type of god. If he touches you, you die. GG's, game over. He's like the ultimate god. But for the anime, they just nerfed Shiva down to the core. I know Zeus is always portrayed as the king of the gods, but it's like it's different mythologies have different shit. Zeus is basically the thunder god, but Shiva is basically the cosmos itself.
destructive potential is also the most enlightened of the gods, possessing a literal third eye in the middle of his forehead. The story goes that Shiva's wife Parvati was feeling kinky one day
Parvati, not okay. I'm being too much. It's Parvati.
and snuck up on Shiva to put her hands over his eyes. The world plummeted immediately into a great darkness. People feared that the great Shiva had abandoned humanity. To solve the issue, instead of,
What did you even type, monkey? Like, huh? We're finding new shit, huh? Damn, you just become Gojo Satoru all of a sudden. You just hollow purpled me. Why the fuck did you hollow purple me? Like, damn, I became Toji Fushiguro, man.
moving his wife's hands and maybe giving her a spank for being so reckless, Shiva just uses
That took 5 minutes, bruh. Why the fuck did that take 5 minutes to create a hollow purple, bruh?
inner powers to fling open a third eye in a blade that had abandoned humanity. To solve the issue, instead of, moving his wife's hands and maybe giving her a spank for being so reckless, Shiva just uses inner
What was that gift, man? Wow.
powers to fling open a third eye in a blaze of celestial fire.
A lot of DMT research, or like a lot of psychedelic research, deals with the third eye. If you guys don't know, third eye is like an actual term that is used for uh, drug based drug-based medicines, like narcotic-based medicines. And a lot of people, even in like, if you go to YouTube, you can find a lot of people talking about the third eye that exists in like our forehead. And with the third eye, you can see everything, or like predict everything, or you just become the enlightened one. Basically, Shiva's whole point is like, he created yoga. He has third eye because he can understand everything. He is the enlightened one, and he is the guy, or he is the god that meditates forever. Like, if Shiva is not meditating, it means that something is wrong. Basically, Shiva is patient. Shiva is the meditation guy. Uh, what else can I say? Buddha is like basically just Shiva but human. Like, Buddha is more of a pacifist, but Shiva is just a god. I don't want to cause any drama or stuff like that. But Buddha is also originated from India, if you guys don't know. Uh, I don't know that. I forgot the exact region where Buddha originated. I think it's. I know it's North India, but I don't. I think it's near West Bengal. Buddha origin land. It's Nepal, right? Yeah, it's near Gangetic Plains. I know it's. I think Ganga is in like, yeah. I think it's around like West Bengal or some shit like that. It says India, Nepal, right? Modern day Nepal. It's in modern day Nepal. He got enlightened in India. Where Bihar. Yeah, I was right. Modern day Bihar. Uh, the reason why we know this shit is because it is documented on where Buddha is. Buddha was a prince from Nepal, and he got enlightened in India after meditating under a tree for a few months. So, yeah, not a lot of people know this, but people actually go to Nepal and other places for enlightenment. But even Buddha got enlightened in India. But it is not spoken a lot, or it is not even considered as a fact, because India promotes too much Hinduism. One Piece, why did you just type One Piece? Like, at this point, you are just typing words, monkey. I'm just gonna let you do whatever you wanna do, man.
Fire that restored light to the world and enlightened humanity. Do not
Damn, Death Note. That's cool, man. Oh my god, mobile keyboard is just unique, man.
Fuck with Shiva. Lastly, Shiva is also represented by a Shiva lingam, which quite literally translates into divine.
Another fun fact, oh my god, Hinduism has a lot to do with like aliens. So the one of the most popular theories based on Hinduism is that a lot of Hindu gods are just aliens, and there is a huge debate, research, and studies based on this. That a lot of Hindu gods and mostly every single Hindu gods are just aliens with advanced scientific technologies and scientific gadgets, instruments, electronics, stuff like that. So there is a huge study debates that Shiva is the ultimate alien supreme leader, and he just has control over like ultimate understanding on how science works and stuff like that. And Shivalingam is basically his UFO.
Phallus, magic penis. It's actually those magic stone statues in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Not that I'm getting all my knowledge of Hinduism from an Indiana Jones movie, that would be silly. However, that does
That just made me think that he got all his Hindu knowledge from the Indiana Jones film, which I haven't watched, so I don't know what he is talking about. I'm just gonna let him play this.
nicely bring us to the next most important god, Kalima! Actually, more
Okay, that actually scared me. That actually scared me. I got scared for a second.
commonly known as Shakti, the mother goddess. Shakti is essentially the female symbol of energy in which the supreme reality creates, preserves, and destroys the world. Wait, I thought that was Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva's jobs.
Yeah,
Well, yes, it is, but Shakti also does that stuff. At least
yeah.
according to her followers, the Shaktas. Shakti also comes in a variety of forms and names, mostly related to Shiva. There's Parvati,
Yes. Based on what he says, he has done his research. So I am glad with him. I have already been talking a lot in this video, so I'm just gonna let him
Shiva's
do.
main girl, Uma or Sati, Shiva's first girlfriend,
Monkey, at this point, I don't know if I want to see something cool. If it's from coming from you, man, like, what did you even type? Like, what is that word?
who got a bit embarrassed once, so she incinerated herself in a holy fire. More on that later.
Bruh, bruh.
Devi, or Durga, who rides a lion, has 8 weaponized arms and had to kill the demon Mahishasura because Brahma had cast a spell that made the demon invincible to male gods. A way to go, Brahma. Last of all, Kali.
Curses and like Bane, Boon, and stuff like that. Curses, blessings are a huge thing in Hinduism. That's why a lot of Vishnu avatars also exist, but you can just get blessings from God and curses from God, man. That's a huge part of Hinduism as well.
Who is the
Mobile keyboard is underrated. You should become an ambassador. Like, you should become an ambassador for like Twitch mobile or like mobile keyboard. You should get signed with Google, and you should do this in everybody's chat. But people will ban you. Only here you are free.
god of time, a 4-armed goddess with dark blue skin who dances on the ash of the cremated and drinks blood. Girl, you wild. All of these goddesses are considered to be forms of Shakti, or even
Yeah.
forms of Shiva's feminine aspects. Really depends who you ask. How about
Yeah, I got one for you. What?
a
What do
less
you have for
complicated
me? At this point, I'm just scared on what you have for me,
god?
man.
Ganesha
Ganesha, the god, my favorite god responsible for removing the obstacles, god of victory, everything like that.
Ganesha. Ganesh is super cool. He's one of
Muthu, damn.
the most important gods, but also way less intense than the others. Ganesh is the god of chilling at home, learning stuff,
Basically, Ganesha is like the homie god. Like I just talk to Ganesha. I don't even pray to Ganesha. I just talk to Ganesha. It's like it's since I was a kid. That's how I pray to gods at this point. The chill god, yeah. Ganesha is portrayed or often described as the chill god. You don't get scared. I mean, you get scared. There are scary versions of Ganesha, But ultimate, it's like Ganesha is a chill god.
stuff, going to weddings and partying at festivals. Basically,
And Ganesha is also a bachelor god, which means he hasn't been married yet.
all good things in life. You might have noticed that Ganesh has an elephant head. This is because Ganesh is the adopted son of Shiva. Why did
Not adopted son of Shiva, a direct son of Shiva, right? Shiva basically killed his first son and Parvati got mad. So Shiva basically rebirthed Ganesha with an elephant head. Simple lore. That's how the story goes. I missed a lot of part in it, but shrink long story short.
Shiva adopt an elephant? Well, it's just a tad more complicated than that.
Yeah.
Basically, Shiva's main girl Parvati was all like, "Ooh, Shiva, let's make some babies." But Shiva was all like, "Basically, man's not about that life. Pass me your batty, girl." So Shiva got his batty and bounced, but Parvati was brooding bad. So she went to the lake and
The fuck is this explanation?
scrubbed the dirt off her skin.
Let him
From the mud
speak,
and
okay?
skin
My
cells she
bad, my
collected,
bad.
Parvati
My bad, man, my bad.
carved the body of a young boy. She used her god breath to breathe life into him, naming him Vinayaka. Some
Vinayaka, a lot of people think Vinayaka is Muruga because I don't know why, but
time after, Parvati was bathing in a cave, so she told Vinayaka
I'm
to
not
stand
gonna
guard.
finish it because there are too many stories on it, and if I speak about it, I'm gonna attract some negative people, and my comment sections are gonna be filled with a lot of different opinions.
But Shiva returned, clearly in the mood to get into the cave, to get into Parvati, but he found Vinayaka blocking his way. "Oi, allow me, little man. Man's trying to get in the bathtub, you get me?"
Nah, no way, man. My mum's fucking bathing and that. You can't go in.
"Are you mad, bro? Do you know who I am, blood? Man, Shiva the Destroyer and that. Let me in before I chef you up."
Shiva, I heard you're my father.
"What you say, you dusty you? Man's not your dad." And with that, Shiva did the only reasonable thing and severed the boy's head from his shoulders. Do not fuck with Shiva.
True, that's why we are afraid of Shiva.
Parvati heard the commotion and
All the story is slow accurate, so that's why I'm not past. It is slow accurate.
was naturally dismayed when she found her little dirt monster had been beheaded. So, as an apology, Shiva went and killed a baby elephant and sewed its head to the boy's
There is specification on why he did that, but it is too deep. I don't think animal people that loves animals are gonna love it. Basically, he just said whatever. I forgot whatever it is. Basically, if any creature that has his head on the north, get it. Like it has something to do with the north, and it has something to do with the living creatures, man, and it has something to do with not being a human head. I just forgot the basics. I'm
neck,
sorry, man.
breathing new life
I'm
into
sorry,
him as the
Ganesha.
god Ganesh. You would think that because Ganesh is an elephant-human hybrid, he would ride an elephant itself. Nope, quite the opposite. He rides a mouse.
Yeah, yeah. He has a magical mouse that can hold the weight of the universe. Hinduism, man.
Why a mouse? Because it's funny! Lighten up. If you want misery, go be atheist. Perhaps this is the point we can make things really complicated and explain that all these gods, though just
The reason why I said that is because Ganesha is super strong, and Ganesha is often referred to as the strongest god. So that's why I said the rat can carry a universe, but rat just basically carries Ganesha.
distinctly different, are just the absolute supreme's fun way of expressing it.
There are other gods as well. Ganesha's direct younger brother, Muruga, or in South India, Ganesha's direct younger brother is Muruga, and in North India, Ganesha's older brother is Kartikeya. So, the cultural difference exists over there, but Muruga is basically the god of war of India. God of war, yeah. Basically, if you want to win in a war, you pray to Muruga, and if you want to win in any battle, you want to pray to Muruga.
Itself. Like when you play a video game with several different main
And Muruga has a spear. Muruga's main weapon is a spear,
characters.
which is called Veil.
Hindus also believe in the concept of the eternal soul, known as Atman. Every living
Simbu mentioned, Monkey Simbu mentioned, Atman Simbu mentioned,
being has
Silambarasan has been mentioned in this video, man. Good for him.
an Atman, a bodiless, genderless life force that is singular and immortal.
This is where the soul part comes in. So basically, that's the soul
As
part.
an Atman, a bodiless, genderless life force that is singular and immortal. The aim of every Hindu is to live a perfect life, to attain moksha, where their Atman becomes one with Brahman. What about reincarnation? Well, most Hindus believe in reincarnation, but some do not, following the older concepts in the Vedas, which is more
A lot of people do believe in reincarnation, but at this point, it has gotten too old for people to understand it or like even follow it.
akin to the classical heaven theory. Dharma and karma dictate how your
Okay, he is going deep into Hinduism. He has left the God's part and entering the philosophy part.
rebirth will go, whether you'll achieve moksha or have to suffer another lifetime of existing in some form or another. There is a rough hierarchy to reincarnation that Hindus believe in. Worst case scenario, you get reincarnated to the underworld as some nightmarish creature. But this is not permanent. If you live a good life as a fire monster, then you can escape and become reborn again.
Damn, damn. I thought you just get reincarnated in the same earth for over and over for 9 times. So you don't get eternal reincarnation. You basically get reincarnated for 9 times. I think nine is like the word nine life, right? 9 hours. We have 9 chances, right? Or what's the number, monkey? I forgot the number. I think it's nine. You get 9 chances of reincarnation, and you have to live 9 different lives. Based on that performance, you get heaven or hell, some shit like that. I forgot the exact number.
Next up, inanimate objects. This one I really don't understand. Like, how are you supposed to follow Dharma and gain good karma if you're a literal fucking boulder? Was I a good boulder? No, remember the time you squished a baby?
But that wasn't my fault. That was Penelope, the psycho clown. I had no choice in that.
Well, too bad. You're an
Yeah.
accomplice. Enjoy being reborn as a pebble. Anyway, after inanimate objects,
Inanimate objects, we don't go to that. Even for us, it's like to we nobody knows. Even I don't know. I don't think people consider inanimate objects. It's just exist.
plants and animals are on the list. Just follow your
Inanimate objects does not have plants and animals. Plants and animals. I don't think inanimate objects are considered as plants and animals. Nah, 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 nah.
nature and you should be fine. After that, if you're reincarnated as a human, lucky you. This being gets to make actual choices.
I think I can understand what he's trying to say based on if you make a sin as a human, you get reincarnated as a bee or like a dog or some shit like that. And if you live a good life as a bee or a dog, again get reincarnated as like a human. So that's why we don't harm, or that's why there is like we don't harm any uh, what animals or creatures, and that's why people become uh no vegetarians. That's why people become vegetarians, and that's why a lot of Shaivites become Aghoris, where they just prefer not to eat anything but air. That's a separate part of people, man. People don't want to eat anything. They just simply meditate, thinking that they are gonna get enough energy from just meditation. Nothing but meditation. They will only eat fruits that fall down to the ground, and they will what sow the seeds, reap the seeds, whatever the English word is.
And therefore has the most potential for success, but also the most potential for evil. Use your time wisely. Last of all, you can become a celestial being. Yep, before your Atman reaches Brahman, you might get some time as a literal god.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. There is a small loophole in it, but there is some lore behind it as well.
Seriously though, pretty fucking cool stuff. Hinduism is one of those topics you could easily devote your entire life to studying and still learn something new about it every day. But it's not all rainbows and sunshines. Some of the stuff is really not cool.
Ah, I'm glad he's talking about it. Caste system. I hate the fact that caste system comes under Hinduism, but even other religion people like Christians, Muslims also have caste system. So at this point, caste system is just an Indian thing. Not gonna lie. I know a lot of people are like India is equal to Hindu, and Hindu is equal to India, and caste system is equal to India. So basically, caste system also applies to all other religions. Sadly, which is something that I don't want, and I want to change in the future. When I say I want India to change it as well. but it just simply exists, man. Not because of Hinduism, but just because people say, a lot of people say caste system existed as uh, works, like people with the different works have different positions and different occupations, have like different salaries in the past, and that's how it started. But it's a weird cycle, man. It's a, like it made, I think it could have made sense during like king's era, or like when you have kingdoms, empires, stuff like that. But in a democratic land now, it's just bad. It's so bad. A lot of politician parties get votes because of caste, and there are a lot of political things that happen due to caste. It's just bad. Caste system is just ultimately bad. It's basically racism within India.
Yeah. For such a peaceful and groovy religion, these Hindus sure are fucking racist towards each other.
Yes, like super racist, even racister than other racist, like super, super, super racist, to the point where drinking water and eating food were prohibited during a period of time. You are not allowed to take water from the well, and you are not allowed to eat certain fruit because you are from a different caste, and you are not allowed to touch people, and you are not allowed to walk in the same path. You are not allowed to look at people because of you are a different caste. Caste system was super bad, super, super, super bad in the past. It's just super bad. It still exists in certain part, but not as bad as it used to be. I hate caste system. I mean, all people at this point, everybody should hate caste system, but there are people that strictly follow caste system even till this date.
The problem began innocently enough in the Vedas, where four varnas or classes of people were identified. Brahmins were the priests and scholars, Kshatriyas were the warriors and rulers, Vaishyas the merchants and agriculturalists, and the Shudras, which were the laborers and service providers.
Basically, it was just occupation. Like I said, it was just occupation, but then it got into this weird cycle where it meant everything. It's bad. It's bad.
These classes were to do with one's vocation, which was determined by one's dharma. It was never intended to be a birth based hierarchy. However, somewhere along the line, around 200 BCE, there came a popular
It's basically like a thief's kid is a thief, a police kid is a police, doctor's kid is a doctor type of role, which is so bad.
text called the Manusmriti, which formalized rules for caste based duties, purity, and hierarchy, reinforcing a more rigid and stratified social order. Your caste was
This was not, South India did not have this system. It had a different occupation system, but a lot of South Indian literatures talk about like equality and stuff like that. I wish I learned more literature in my school, or if I like even in just general. But I wish if I learned more literature, I could understand caste system more. I just need to do more research based on caste system, but I just can't find the mindset to learn about caste system because it's so cringe, and it's just so frustrating to learn about caste system.
determined by your birth. Your role in life was determined by your caste, and you
Yeah, basically it's like if you are born as a like a labor's child, you have to become a labor's child. And one thing that where caste system hurts the most is like people from SC can get 80% marks to in order to become a doctor. I don't know if that still exists, but caste system based mark exists, I think. Evaluation, yeah, biased evaluation. It's basically like if you get a certain mark and if you are from a certain caste, all people have a caste certificate. Like Indians have caste certificate. It's basically a certificate saying which caste you are from. And if you show them the caste, and if you want like a seat for an education college, or like even some works, or even just bragging rights, If you show them the certificate, that's like basically, oh my god, you are from this caste, so I should give you this position. You are allowed to get this position, which is bad, which is super bad.
You could not marry outside of your caste. At least when the British showed up,
That's where arranged marriage is fucked, and the people hate loving with falling in love with others. Oh my god, you can't fall in love with another person because they believe in caste system. That's super bad as well. It's just cringe. It's super cringe. Like you can't fall in love with another woman because she believes in caste system and she believes in like arranged marriage, and she thinks her father or mother is gonna have her marry a better human being in the same caste or stuff like that. My best friend's girlfriend got married to another guy because of caste. By the way, monkey. Like it's super bad. Like it still exists even till this day. It's just bad, man. Poor him. He had a girlfriend, and their family was super caste oriented family, and they just didn't like, they forced her to marry another guy from the same caste. Basically literally forced her to marry another guy from the same caste, because my best friend and she her they are not like the same caste and stuff like that.
we saw such barbarism for
It was a sad story. It was a sad story, man.
what it was and put a stop to it immediately.
Monkey, you're so quiet. Are you here, or are you so dialed in on the mobile keyboard? Like, I don't know if you are here. You're super locked in on the mobile keyboard, huh?
Psych! The British actually heavily reinforced caste distinctions by institutionalizing them in censuses and
Yeah. Britishers were so cool and so much, I can't say cool, but like so much heavily, what's the word? They forced caste system in like, made sure that I am forgetting the word. So basically, the mindset of the Britishers were divide and conquer, right? You conquer only by dividing themselves, and the themselves meaning Indians. So Indians are fighting with each other, then it is easy for them to conquer India. That was their mentality, and caste system was just there for them to use and exploit, because Indians are basically divided by themselves. So just civil war after civil war, man.
enshrining them into law, often cooperating
Which is cool from their perspective, where they just exploited an existing bug within the game. But uh, it's bad. It's still bad.
with the controlling upper caste to give them roles within the British.
Yeah, basically kings and people from upper caste were just sided with the Britishers, and the lower people, they just starved to death. They had the worst life for 200 years. It's bad. We were treated worse than slaves. Oh my god, a lot of bad things happened during those 200 years. It's and not a lot of people know about Indian history because it's just not said enough. It's just not talked enough.
British Raj to help keep the lowers in their place. Yeah, we kinda suck. And the caste system thrived all the way up until its legal dissolution in 1950, after Britain
It is
finally
still exists.
left India alone. Anyway, the caste system is definitely the most fucked up thing on the Hindu tradition list.
True, 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 true.
No competition. Child marriage.
True. It also exists. It sucks. It exists.
Yeah. This one's really bad.
It's worse. It's both of them are worse.
During the good old Veda
Now there are laws that prevent this shit. So unlike caste, there are actually laws that prevent this shit, and you can actually like arrest people, and you can. It's like it's banned. It's like it's bad thing. So you can complain. You can file a complaint for child marriage.
Vedic days, only adult marriages took place. The Vedas recommend that a woman should be around the age of 20 and a man should be 25 to make a good, healthy couple.
Yeah, sound fair.
Sounds fairly reasonable. Many scholars blame the tradition of child marriage in India on various invasions from the Greeks, Scythians, Bactrians, and Muslims.
Ooh, ooh. Little bit of origin story. Okay.
However, Even if it wasn't the Hindus that started the child marriage idea, my god, did they run with it. Child
Yeah, it was because of the caste and like,
marriage in Hindu culture flourished like a wildfire, to the extent that child marriage soon became more common than adult marriage. We are talking hundreds of millions of child marriages historically. Again, this was predominantly because the Manusmriti came in and gave new rules on marriage, stating women were to be married as young as possible to ensure that their virginity was intact. Yay. This went
nah, that's bad. That's
rampant
bad.
for thousands of years, but thankfully in 1929, the legal age for women to marry was raised to 14. Ugh.
Now it's like 21 and 24. Now it's 21 and 24. It's child marriage is like, I think it got banned in like the 1990s, which is super late, but it got banned in like the 1990s. So right now the legal age is like 21 and 24. I think 21 and 24. I don't know if it's 21 or 24. I don't know. I think it's 21. Yeah, I think it's 21 right now.
Oh, India! Why, bro? They didn't fix it until 2006!
Ooh. Ooh.
Bro! Illegal child marriages still happen in rural India to this day.
Yeah, it's bad. India has a lot of fucked up shit all over it. Mainly because of caste system and child marriage.
But at least it's now officially a crime. Progress. But other than child marriage and the caste system,
Okay, like I said, child marriage is punishable even till they like you can file a complaint for child marriage. But caste system, if you file a complaint for caste system, you are the one who's gonna get punished because the villagers are just gonna jump you. Villagers don't care. If there is like child marriage, you can complain and you have the law behind you. Like it is a punishable act. But caste system, if you file a complaint for caste system, people are just gonna jump you because they want caste system to exist in certain places.
everything in Hinduism is truly all rainbows and sunshines.
This video is giving me some creeps, man. I'm genuinely getting jump scared.
Yeah.
This also got banned, by the way.
Remember Uma, the goddess from earlier, the one who burned herself to death? Well, she was the daughter of Daksha, a son of Brahma. For some reason, Daksha was unhappy that his daughter married Shiva, literally the coolest and most powerful Chad that ever existed. I don't know,
Yeah, because Brahma and Shiva has beef, right? So
maybe Daksha thought she could do better. So Daksha threw a big party and invited everyone, except for Shiva, whom he shunned. At the party, Daksha insulted Uma so badly that she became ashamed to the point that she used her divine powers to burn herself into a crispy. She was henceforth called Sati by all the gods. Shiva got so enraged that he started performing the Tandav dance, a crazy bop with moves so fire that the universe gets destroyed at its climax. Again, Shiva is just that guy, bro. Do not fuck with Shiva.
yeah, nobody should make him hangry.
Fortunately, Vishnu, in his all-preserving chill, thought, Shiva's pretty mad this time. Why don't I use my frisbee to cut his dead wife into 51 pieces and scatter them around India's holy places? Will that do the trick, Shiva? It actually did! Shiva calmed down and stopped busting out his world-ending moves. Cool story, huh? Yeah, well, a lot of Hindus got the wrong idea and interpreted this as a message to fucking burn widows alive after their husbands died. Yeah.
Super bad, super weird on how it got. That's why I also don't like it.
Guys, that can't be worthwhile. In fairness, sometimes it was a consensual burning, if by consensual you mean the
Nah. It's a crime. It's a crime. It's a crime.
village patriarchs getting together and saying, "Your husband is dead. You must join him on the pyre."
What? Oh no, I don't want to.
You must. It is expected of you.
But we were only married 10 years.
How old are you now?
15?
Old enough to burn. On
Nah, that's bad. That's
to the
bad.
fire, bitch. Yeah, that's pretty much how I imagine that situation playing out.
India is progressing.
Anyway, that was Hinduism. Bit of a clusterfuck, but hey, what religion isn't?
A lot of them are not direct religion They have religion background, but yeah.
Okay, yes, Buddhism is fantastic, the only religion in the world that never hurt anyone. But Hinduism is a close second. It's a religion without any singular right answer. And that's perhaps why I really love it. I'm not a Hindu at all, but I just can't help think that Hinduism is cool as fuck. From the stories to the philosophy to the art, I just adore the vibe. Before I love you and leave you, I have one more mindfuck I would like to share. Whatever could it be? Drum roll! Ghanaian Hindus. Ghanaian Hindus. Don't get me wrong, anyone could be a Hindu, that's kind of the point, but how the fuck did this even happen? It's like seeing an Irish samurai or a Filipino lumberjack. No hate intended, I love these dudes. And I
I
also
don't
love
know. I
you,
also have no idea, but
and I
it's
bid you goodbye.
what are the comments saying? Because comments are important. Let's read. You literally missed the Hanuman. Yeah, he missed the Hanuman, but Hanuman comes under Rama, and he also missed Rama. Hanuman is basically a human that got the blessing of immortality, and he is the Jim bro of India. Yeah, Hinduism. He's the Jim bro of Hinduism. Hinduism is kinda out man, British cult. Okay. To be fair, legal age of married girls for Britain was 12. Okay, some point here, some fight backs. Learning something new here. To be fair, see, this is something that a lot of people just don't talk about. When if it's in like their country, they just don't talk about. But if it's in India, they are ready to jump in. The concept of Hinduism. Be a seeker, not just be a believer. True curiosity is rewarded heavily in Hinduism. That's why we don't just be followers and like people that says yes and okay to people. You have to be curious and you have to find things on your own. Watching my own religion explain to me why a white man is something that I didn't expect today. True. Let me like this video. This was actually a good video. Wonderful video. Ask 100 Hindus what is Hinduism and you will get 100 different answers and each sing the previous answer. Kind of true. As a Hindu who has studied my religion at much deeper level, I come to a realization that the most of the things we do is misinterpretation of actual messages. True, actual true. Like don't go out on your periods. It's actually a stay, and the rest were literally shedding itself at time. Krishna wouldn't have saved Draupadi if he didn't want to be touched during things. Okay, some low dump here. Okay. Oh my god, can't believe somebody who's not Indian knows and recognize that it was British who made caste system so rigid in public sphere. I'm glad somebody recognized that. As a Hindu, I have never heard the Golden Egg Brahma story. I also have never heard the Golden Egg Brahma story, but it was good, so I'm gonna let it out. Uh, Here's what I learned from this video. Do not duck with Shiva. True. That is one of the important things that you need to take with you. Complicated, confusing, absolutely wrong, and it seems more sensible to me than the one guy who manifests himself as human, so he could sacrifice himself to forgive humanity for the mistakes he caused. Woof, drama with his comments, man. Drama. Grew up in a Hindu household and fell in love with the heart, color, and rituals, but never thought about the religion in an educational way. When I sought out information on my own, it contradicted my parents' own beliefs and never went anywhere. Today, I consider myself an atheist Hindu with probably a unique combination of interpretations of deity stories and what they represent in our world, and I think that's the point of Hinduism. Okay, there are a lot of comments that I think are good and positive. What do you think about that video, Monkey? I thoroughly loved that video and I thoroughly support that video. That was one of the wonderful best videos that I have watched and I have actually feel like I learned something today. How are you feeling?